Hello, good morning. I'm Wayne today. My name is M.Tommy, Pastor Peace Ark Ministry. A very quick one. You see, if you look at one of the Tonke's family member that came out and said all that stuff after being bribed to do that. Ask her, the father, the mother, the brother, Pastor Chris, all of them lived in the synagogue of all nations. They stayed there. They've stayed there for years. I remember when I met Chris, as that Chris was a young, I remember then. So they've lived there for years. And just today, the sister have now realized that that place was a den of whatever she has mentioned there. And the father wrote that book, T.B. Joshua, the servant of God. The father is the one that came out openly and said that after the death of Daddy, that the church have not appointed anybody to man the affairs of this synagogue of all nations. And that was the last time we heard from him. And most of them left after the demise of Daddy. What is the anger? The anger is that they didn't have the opportunity as they wished. It didn't go according to their plan to take over the synagogue of all nations, to hijack, because that was hijacking the synagogue of all nations. At this point, Chris need to speak up and condemn this act. At this point, it is very vital. Racine need to speak up. Ruth need to speak up, because this is the family. This is a family thing now. This is a conspiracy that is not far from them. They know exactly what they're doing. But you see, look at what they've done. Look at this year. Look at the effects of whatever they did. It's now hitting back on them. Everybody have come to know the truth, and out of 100, 80% are saying it is false. Because number one, the documentary is not compelling enough. No evidence. It's a mere saying that anybody can just wake up and start cooking. Number two, they thought that when they drop it, just like every other time, that nobody will question them, nobody will talk. Man, today people are so wise, and we know what the truth is, and we have come to know who Prophet T.B. is. Nobody can and has ever beaten the records of that man in this life, spiritually and physically. Nobody has done that yet. So these people need to come out and speak up. I need to condemn this act. If they don't, it means they are part of this conspiracy. You know, I'm always very blunt. If they don't speak up, it means they are part of the conspiracy. Forget about I don't want to answer critics. I don't want to be. You have to speak up in this matter, because it comes from your family member. You have to speak up at this time. This is so shameful. This is so shameful. But you see, you meant it for evil, but God is turning it for good. Many people have come to even love of spiritual demon. You're going to see what's going to happen on Sunday. I know you're going to have heart attack on Sunday, because when you see the jubilation and the joy on Sunday, you will like, it's not what we thought. Listen, whatever God built, started, can never see corruption, as I said. And I want to say thank you for the documentary, because some of us in this generation have not really known that name, Prophet T.B. Don't forget that we came to know that about the church, and came to know about the name because of things like this. It was during that time where he was persecuted, called many names, campaign of calumny, that we came to know him. And he said something. He said, many of you came to know me because you came to find out if what you heard outside there was true. But when you came out, you realized that it wasn't true, and you became part of the church. And that's how someone like me became part of Prophet Richard, that you see, I talk about the church almost every time. You know. And Wednesday, I found that what they said about him, this man is no way close to whatever that was said against him and about him. I don't know if I should use the word perfect, but to me, he was a perfect man. That if you have such man of God, up to like 3, 4, 5 in this country, will be fine. Nigeria will be a better place. We're gonna have better Christianity in Nigeria. All right. So we needed that. Thank you, because right now many people of this generation now are going to hear about the church, going to hear about my religion, and still going to hear about the Prophet T.B. Posterity can never forget that name. He said, the future, the generation to come. The future generation to come, the posterity will never forget his trials and persecution. And that's exactly what is it. How powerful is such a man that even people that are living can't train like this. Even the living can't train like this. Someone is dead and gone and still trending. What a powerful man. Both dead and alive. I've never heard in my life So thank you, BBC, for giving us this free advert. Because if we had come to you to ask you to do this for us, you wouldn't have done it. Thank you. You see, yet all what you thought you were doing has turned to foolishness. So you have to go back to your drawing board and think of what something better to do. But for us, you cannot shake us. We're gonna love him more. We're gonna love the synagogue of all nations more. You can't stop us.